was just painful to watch. G'day guys and welcome to Raging Rhino. It's time for episode 3 of season 3 of The Mandalorian. This episode is the longest episode we've had at 59 minutes long, so I'm not going to ramble on for too long, but I automatically assume that this episode is going to lead directly on from last week's episode, being that they kind of left it on a cliffhanger with them seeing the mythosaur, and you would assume that they're going to take on the mythosaur or something along those lines, and it'll lead straight on from that. But again, this is Disney Star Wars storytelling, so who knows where this is going to go. Let's get straight into this. If you are new here, you get to see some of my reactions as we go through the episode, and at the end you get to hear my review and my thoughts. Let's get into this. The music as well, it's so not Star Wars. Alright, are we going to lead straight on from there? Yep.
The bombings from the Purge must have triggered seismic activities. Did you see anything alive?
So to all those people that thought he got pulled down, he didn't get pulled down. It was just really deep. And the mythosaur sees them and doesn't do anything? Okay. Moving right along then. Oh, that looks horrible. Where'd they come from? Oh, that noise. But where did they come from? That didn't answer the question. So you got it started real quick. Oh, they just love playing that noise. Fucking hell.
Hang on. I'm seeing something on the scope.
Oh. Where are these ships coming from? Where are all these ships coming from? Remember in A New Hope when they get to Alderaan and Alderaan's been destroyed and they're like, a small tiny ship like this couldn't get this far out without, you know, being on a Star Destroyer or something like that? Where are these ships coming from? There was no Imperial Star Destroyer or anything in the sky. Like, where are these ships coming from? It's just such conveniences for plot movement. And it's not even good.
Those mudscuffers bombed my home.
Mudscuffers bombed my home! Where are they flying to?
Got to get out of here.
Where are they coming from? Oh my lord, where are the ships coming from? Coruscant. Oh, the Doctor. This is really random.
What my work explored was the hopes of combining multiple strands to create replicas that incorporated the best genetic attributes of both donors.
What? What is this?
Amnesty Officer M34.
Amnesty Scientist, L52.
Graham.
What, they don't have names? They introduce
Pins, they make
themselves
it
that
hard to
way?
hide.
They don't have names?
Everything all right?
Just numbers?
Just like you.
They're talking about like rehabilitation programs and stuff like this. It was, oh my god, it's just politics. It's just a matter of, these are the reintegration quarters and they've all got numbers, they've all got labels, they're not being treated like human. It's so beyond a joke to me. Oh my god, how much of this episode are we going to spend on this pointless shit? Oh my god, what the fuck? She's got a crush on him or something. Bought him some travel biscuits, some of the yellow ones. Well, what is the point of a lot of this? Oh my god, what is this, Harry Potter or something?
Trillion, we thought we were doing good.
We're still with this guy. It's like they're going through drug rehabilitation or something. Mind-numbingly boring. This is so that they can make a Snoke.
Not only do we have the Imperial disposal yards to inventory, but we're still decommissioning the Alliance fleet.
Oh my god, it's so stupid. They're basically getting rid of all the technology that the Imperials used because it's Imperial technology. It's just, that's just mind-numbingly stupid. The New Republic should be, this guy's on the right track in regards to the New Republic should be adapting the technology that they've got, that the Empire had, to use for good in their own way. It's, oh man, it's beyond a joke. L52, it's like he's a droid. Or actually a clone. So he's gonna do it. I reckon she's still working for Moff Gideon. Fuck, it takes longer for this guy to travel across Coruscant than it does for Mando to travel across the galaxy.
We're gonna jump!
You gonna what? You're gonna jump at this speed? Nah, no way. No way. Fucking dead. Oh, watch the seals clap, seeing a Star Destroyer. Oh god, it looks so bad. Like the shot,
Sure we're alone?
the background, you can tell it's in the volume. You still haven't introduced yourselves to each other. Yay, they finally introduced each other.
Nice to meet you.
Maybe turn the torches off. How about that?
Raise your hands, L52.
What is going on? Oh my god, what the hell?
Absolutely not.
Like,
I know this will help him.
why didn't she get arrested as well? She's gonna turn it up and blow his mind and he's not gonna remember a thing. Where's the crocodile? We're like, I understand that it's dead. I understand that the crocodile's dead, but where's the carcass? They couldn't have moved it. Surely they couldn't have moved it. It's the missing dinosaur all over again.
I bring proof.
Could have grabbed the water out of that lake.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is so gay.
And Bo-Katan.
That was just painful to watch. Okay, so it starts directly off from where we left last week. Bo-Katan asked if he saw anything alive. Then we get this massive long fight chase with TIE fighters, TIE interceptors, and then TIE bombers blow up her base or her home. I don't know where the TIEs come from. Basically, they just show up out of nowhere. The bombers show up out of nowhere, and then an entire platoon of TIE fighters show up out of nowhere. They escape, they make a jump into hyperspace, and that's pretty much it for the beginning part. Then we go to Coruscant, where we see the doctor that was doing all the cloning, and he gets set up by I don't even know, this chick that worked for Moff Gideon, right? Where is she? This one here. I don't know if it's a dude or a chick or what it's supposed to be, but anyway, it is what it is. She basically sets him up. She gives him biscuits. She, tells that they're on the right side. And this whole thing with them being redeemed from the Imperial faction, essentially over to the New Republic, is so funny. It's like drug rehabilitation. It really is. Like, they're giving code numbers instead of using just their names. They're only restricted to a certain area. It's kind of like they're in imprisonment. I don't really understand where we're going with this. And how many years after the Empire is all of this supposed to be? I don't really understand. They're obviously, going through their questioning and all of this sort of thing. I just think it's really lame, really stupid. And we spend the majority of the episode with this guy. He's doing his work. They go on a little, Harry Potter tour of the laneway fucking thing. She really, plays him in regards to, befriending him and, telling him that he should get back on to doing his research. He makes a complaint about how they're going to destroy all the Imperial equipment, whereas, they shouldn't really. They should really be using that for their, to help the New Republic. Now, he's got the right mindset with it. I thought one of them was an insider, and it's obviously clearly her, him, it. They basically catch a train to the yards. They jump off the train, and they should really die. And they basically get their way onto a ship. He grabs what cloning stuff he needs to be able to continue doing his research illegally behind the New Republic's back. even though he wants to use it for good, and they get caught. And basically they get caught, and she set him up. But the thing is that these are New Republic soldiers. She's a part of that same faction of people being redeemed or whatever it is from the Empire, and they just let her go. They literally let her go. And he goes to take a step. Like, she walks around them, literally walks around them, and they just place him under arrest. But she leaves with the stuff that they stole. These are New Republic officers. I really don't get that. That doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever.
That makes no fucking sense!
So he's trying to explain that he was just trying to do it all for good, and that they're only going to zap him to, you know, try and help with his memory in regards to all the bad stuff that he did for the Empire and try and wipe that out of him. And he's trying to say that, you know, he was set up by her, and she's in the room looking over him with the doctors. And she was there. And this other guy that's with them goes, you know, it was good to have you, you know, being redeemed and all of this kind of thing. It blows my mind how that whole sequence of events doesn't make sense in regards to her.
That doesn't make any sense!
I'm lost. So the dude that's basically starting this operation, the dude that was standing there, leaves her alone because she wants to watch because they were friends and everything, and she turns up the thing to basically mind wipe him. We then cut. Now, I will say that from every other episode that we've had where they go into, where Din Djarin or the Mandalorian goes into hyperspace and ends up at his destination in the blink of an eye, they essentially tried to use that entire part on Coruscant as the time travel from Mandalore back to this planet where the creed is, where his creed is of Mandalores or Mandalorians. So at least they do a reasonably good job in regards to having time go by in regards to their travel time. I also find it really funny that the last time we saw Din Djarin's ship, there was no egg on this bit, right? Because R5 was in there, and now all of a sudden the egg is back. You know, because R5 is on Bo-Katan's ship, but that doesn't mean that the egg comes back because the mechanic lady removed it. It's again, just inconsistencies, just constant inconsistencies. Oh, Rhino, you're nitpicking. Yeah, I am, because it's fucking stupid. Because they can't even keep on top of this stuff. Anyway, they basically say that they went to the living waters, and I've got proof, I've got the water in a little jar. They're like, no, you're an apostate, and then they're like, oh, we'll see, come inside. They go and see the armorer. The armorer tests the water in her little puddle of water and goes, yep, this is the living waters of Mandalore. So I don't know how she can just tip water into water and it does this glow thing. You know, we're either looking at the thing from Harry Potter that, you know, they put the memories into, or the thing from Lord of the Rings where they look into it, where Frodo looks into it and he sees, you know, the past, present, future, all of that sort of shit. It's so weird. She then accepts Din Djarin back into the creed, and she also accepts Bo-Katan back into the creed. And she hasn't mentioned anything about seeing the mythosaur or anything like that, and she looks at this thing on the wall, and it's supposed to foreshadow, you know, what's going to happen next or whatever, and that's the end of the episode. It is literally 45 minutes of watching that doctor get played by the lady man, who is essentially, by the looks of things, still working for the Empire, but he's the one that gets busted by the New Republic soldiers. Again, that whole sequence of events makes zero sense to me. None. She should be there just beside him getting that zap thing done. And why don't they give him a hearing of some kind? Allow him to make a report of what, are they just taking her word for it? Over his word for it? Like, that whole thing is just strange. This whole... I just don't get it. This isn't Star Wars. It doesn't even feel like Star Wars, especially when they're walking through that fucking... This part here. Licking their ice creams. Their glowing ice creams. A lot of pointless dialogue, filler crap. I really feel like they're using this guy and his cloning technology, and she's going to come into the fold somehow in regards to bringing it up to the point of making Snoke's. That's what it all is. Everything at the moment is cloning. Even in the Bad Batch, we've got all this cloning stuff, all this new cloning shit going on. And it's the way that they're going to do it is so that they can justify Palpatine cloning Snoke's. That's it. That's it. This is just a lame freaking episode. Super lame. 45 minutes of the Doctor, you know, being rehabilitated and then also being scammed by the ladyboy. There's only one part where I feel like the SEALs are going to go nuts, and that's this. Seeing the Star Destroyer. Oh my god, it's a Star Destroyer in Star Wars! That is it. I don't get this part of the entire thing. They get caught. Even if she dobbed them in, she left as well. And she picks up the stuff that they stole and walks away with it. Walks around them. And they just let her go. I'm so lost with that. So these guys are being paid off by her, him? By her, him. Something like that. When she's supposed to be one of the rehabilitation people. Whether or not she called up or not, she should be being interrogated and put through the fucking mind zappy thing as well. I don't know. This is just lame shit to me. This episode, it goes back to a 3 out of 10. So we've gone 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10. And that's at best. That's being generous. Really fucking generous. Because there's a lot of shit that just doesn't make any sense. Oh, but Rhino, you gotta wait till the end of the season. No, in isolation, this episode makes no sense.
That doesn't make any fucking sense!
Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Let me know your thoughts on this garbage episode, this garbage season of Mandalorian, and this garbage Star Wars we keep getting fed by Disney fucking Lucasfilm. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week for another garbage episode of fucking The Mandalorian. Later, guys.